Trading the foreign exchange market carries high risk and may not be suitable for all investors. Trading on margin, utilizing leverage can carry an even higher level of risk that can lead to a complete loss of investment funds. So before deciding to trade the foreign exchange market or using any of our software alert products, you should carefully and diligently consider your personal investment objectives, level of experience, and risk tolerance. There is a possibility that you could potentially sustain significant loss. You should not invest any capital or trade that you cannot afford to lose. It is your responsibility to be aware of and understand all risks associated with foreign exchange trading and to seek professional advice from an independent certified financial advisor if you have any doubts. Auvoria Prime does not exercise trading authority over your trades. You and you alone exercise discretionary trading authority over every trade.
So just to give you a little idea of what I'm running right now, I'm running about I'm running four VPSs, 4 instances of MetaTrader 4 on one VPS. I've got 3 gearbox running, and I've got one of our AIROs running on here with about 20 some charts. So we're gonna see what kind of performance we get. If it's not gonna be super effective, then I might start closing some of these here. And this is just to show you that yes, your system should be working. I am starting to really enjoy the 1 hour trade alerts, guys. The 1 hour bag entries. It's really on point. So let's go from there. Excuse me. We got 105 people on the call this morning. Really thankful to have you all here. My name is Matt Pineau from Ottawa, Ontario. Been trading the Forex for the last 4 years. Currently, I'm a senior business analyst for one of Canada's largest banks. And have found a place in the Forex. When I first started trading, just as we're waiting for an alert, it seemed too good to be true, too easy, right? Everyone gave me this great stories about, yeah, you're really intelligent, you're a computer nerd, you're going to figure this out quick time. Reality is now we're 4 years down. I finally found something called AIRO that Nate put together. I've been trading wedges and whatnot, so you're going to see a lot of wedges and a lot of stuff. I also use TradingView, okay? I use TradingView to do my analysis because I find MetaTrader 4 is, well, let's just say it's antiquated, to say the least, and not one of my favorite platforms to be using. I can't say anything specifically right now, but keep your eyes open because I've made it very clear to Nate that I'm not a fan of MetaTrader 4. And if you do have any questions for my sanity, please, guys, please put them in the Q&A. I know some people like it in the chat box. We're not doing that because I'm going to lose it. And right now it's only myself as a panelist until I can see if any of my other partners in crime are coming in to give me some. Oh, CB. All right. GBP USD 15. I like that. So let's go check this. GBP USD 15.
Hey, Matt.
Hey, good morning, my friend. I saw your car this morning while I was out doing an errand. I said, oh, okay. Is it the blue version of the Tesla that you drive?
I actually have a black one that I put a wrap on it. So it's,
oh, nice. Yeah. Send me a picture. I need to see that.
Send you a picture. Yeah. I'll send you a picture at some point.
Yeah. I'll show you what I did with my Mercedes. Let's go check this out. So we got a little shout out on the GU, looking for a potential. Ooh, I don't see no zone. What are you saying? Hold on here. You guys have any good trades this morning, CB?
Al got into a couple second AIRO trades that worked out for, I think he took about 8-9 pips on one. I'm
Okay.
forgetting which. I didn't get into either of them, but he
Okay.
did get into two, double AIRO trades that, little lower probability, but they both were working out okay for him.
Good. Good. Let's go check this out. All right. Let's I'm just going to clean up this chat here. Yeah, and I am not a fan of MetaTrader 4. And that's why I don't I basically just use the AIRO to give me some the trade ideas, and then I map it out on TradingView. So that's just the way I've been going with it.
Couple alerts just came through, but neither look too great right now. Euro USD and USD Swiss.
Euro US.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's interesting. We're in that pre-market pullback, from the London session to the New York session. There's generally that big pullback, and then it's going to go in the previous direction. So Euro US. I didn't even have my breakfast yet. Let's go see what I got here. Got some steam on a lot of currency pairs. I am not taking this.
You're on the 5-minute there, Matt.
Oh, good eyes. Thank you.
It's still a no-go, but
yeah, look at this, guys. You're not touching this. What?
Yeah.
I've never seen 10 zones.
Yeah, that might bounce back in the right direction.
It's going to be nice. Let's look for a sell. What do you think?
Yep.
Let's look for a sell, guys. Euro US, we're going to look for a sell setup once we get the AIRO. If it comes down, that'll be nice.
Be nice to see it get up into the resistance zone there. It's already on the way back down, but it didn't really bounce off the resistance.
All right, yeah. So Tyler, this is personal opinion. I've been playing around with the gearbox for the last 6 months, and I'm going to stay away from talking about any other product other than AIRO on this call, but it is worth your time and money to go and check out what Tyler McKechnie has put together. I was on the demo. I was on the group of people who are testing it and pushing it through to the limits, and I've really there's a reason I have 3 accounts running it. Let's put it that way. And if that speaks enough, then we'll leave it there. And if I do lose track of something, just let me know. Yeah, we got some news. Let's go check out the news. Actually, that's a really good catch there. I use TradingView. Sorry, not TradingView. MyFX Book for my news, because I find that they give me a lot of information. So you go on the economic calendar, you look through all the currencies, you try to see what you're trading. I am automatically, look, we got Bank of Canada. Be careful with the US and Canadian dollars, right? This is an interest rate decision, kind of a big deal. They say that it's going to remain the same, but who knows, right? So be aware. What else do we got? We went through the consumer price index for food and energy in the US, big news. So anything with Canadian dollar, it may be a bullish. The Canadian dollar might get really strong. If the interest rate does go down, then you might look for some trouble. GU 15 is a go now. Let's go check this out. GU 15 is a go. Oh, I was just looking at it. Sorry, guys.
We missed some of it, but
either my charts are not working right or I'm not seeing what we were looking at here. Hold on. I didn't even have a zone up there. Let's get this back here for a sec. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there's no zone here. So GU. We have
You
an
do have a valid,
opposing. Huh?
you have bounce arrow go there, Matt, for GU. We just lost a lot. We've missed a lot of it though.
Yeah. Yeah, talking to. Because here you have a bounce. Here you're into the zone. And then this is your bounce, guys. This is your bounce and arrow. So at this entry, that would have been a great entry. We're kind of far out that. So potentially look for a pullback and then look for maybe half your target. But bag entry on GCAD 1 hour. Let's go check that out, guys. GCAD. And CB, if you do see someone else for the panel, let me know. I don't want to ignore them. Oh, I actually not running GCAD on the 1 hour. Oh, I am. Good. So let's go validate this. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 green. We're going. Where's that? Is it just me or I don't have that arrow? Like this is an old trade then.
Yeah, I have a down arrow sort of in the middle of the money zone from like 15 candles or 10 candles ago.
Yeah, this is way back here. Maybe Jake, I don't know. Oh, GBP Swiss. Okay. I'm like, man, I don't know what you're seeing, but whatever broker you got, they're okay. So we got this. We got a strong uptrend. 1 hour swing trade. You're looking at 100 pip stop loss as a general rule and a 50 pip take profit. This actually might be an interesting setup. What do we got from a zone perspective? We got you got 30. You got 30 pips till it hits this zone. Let me see if I can do something on GCAD on TradingView to have.
Hey, Matt, there's something up with your charts look like you're haven't updated. You look 5 candles behind where I am. Like I'm looking at that chart right there. That doesn't look anything like my chart.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Something's weird there. Like you're on an NV demo. I'm on an NV live account. And I'm telling you right now, I have an extra red zone and like 3-4 more candles into it than you right now.
Well, that could be a problem.
See what time to get your crosshair. What time is that current candle on?
1600.
Yeah, that's
4 o'clock. It's too.
That's a while back.
Huh.
You're way back. I'm looking at your chart. That's yesterday.
Holy sugar. All right, guys. Let's how about this?
I'm like looking at your charts like, God, they don't look anything like my charts.
No, that is a problem, guys. Let's try this again. That's wow. Maybe
that's a first.
Connected. That is, no connection.
Yeah.
Let me see. Man, oh man, oh man. Yours is looking the same for her? I'm sorry if I butcher your name. All right, let me CB, can you would you be okay to share your screen for a little bit while I get this ironed out, because I don't want the 125 people in here to be looking at this thing. And it's weird because look, like the candles are moving.
Yeah, it's real.
This is whack.
Yeah, the price is moving. Yeah, it's
Price
crazy.
is moving, candles are moving. Give me a couple minutes. I'm gonna see what I can figure out what's going on, because
You have to enable me to share.
Oh, you are totally right. Let's do that. All right, you should be good now. Let me know. All right, I'm gonna mute myself while I try and figure this out, and I'll start my camera when I'm all ready to go again.
All right, guys. So I will look for Q&A. If you want to check any charts out until we get any alerts, just let me know and I'll open up charts I have here or other charts. The charts I have here are the pound and the New York session pairs, if you will. Need some music. Want to look at gold? Can take a peek at gold here. Charles, what's your thoughts on gold? It looks like it's sort of ranging right now. I don't even see any resistance for it. Just a lot of upward trend to it, but we missed out on that one arrow down here. Obviously, that would have been a nice move for us to get in right here, and we would have gone to the moon there, but kind of coming back at us right now. Man, that would have been a heck of a move right there.
That would have been an awesome move, actually. Wow.
Yep.
Look at that 200 moving average cross of the AIRO moving average.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Awesome.
That would have been nice. That was what? That was right before the Hawkeye session, it looks like. Yeah, it was probably about 5 a.m. or something. Yep, 5:25. That would have been nice. The only thing with that, though, there wasn't really a balance. I mean, that wouldn't have actually been a valid arrow trade because we had a down arrow here, so we never really bounced off of support for these arrows. So it would have been nice, but that would have been some type of non-arrow move, it looks like to me. I don't really see any other ways to get in that with the arrow rules. It's one of those things.
Yeah, that would have been a wedge breakout.
Yeah. Yep, I see it. Should I try draw a wedge here, Matt, while you're watching me?
Yeah, do it. You're a quick student anyway, so it didn't take more than 10 minutes for you to start seeing them. You can do that one. You can actually put it to the higher.
Up here?
Yeah, swing high. Generally, you're gonna want to do swing high. I like Wedge Wednesdays.
Right, like that?
Down just a hair.
Yep. Yep. Boom, 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 boom. And away she went. All right, let's see here. We got two new ones here. Pound kiwi.
I'm trying to actually get my AIRO version 4 up for you guys so you can see it.
Yeah, I'm supposed to have that too. Are you in the test, the new VPN?
I am, but it's saying I don't have it.
We're in the same boat. I'm glad to hear. We'll have to talk after this, man. I'm in the same. I have the same thing with Nate, so I'm set up on a test one, and we have access to AIRO 3.1, but we don't have access to the 4.0, which is actually an expert advisor. I texted Nate, but I'm sure he's napping right now.
Yeah, since he was up. Yeah, see, I don't got it, man. I've it's saying none under the MT4, and I loaded my instances, so it's not.
Yeah, so mine actually say AIRO now. The 4.
Oh, okay. So you're better than yours is ahead of mine then.
It says, yeah, well, it says AIRO. Did you load? Did you hit the, in that little login
Sync
screen?
EAs, yeah, I did.
Okay. Yeah, but I'm not seeing the 4.0. I'm only seeing the indicator, the 3.1 indicator. All right, guys. So euro pound no go here. Going right down into the support, and it's a counter trend and a second arrow, so we're not touching that one. And pound kiwi, or that's where I was. Yeah, euro pound. Where's my euro pound? There it is. Similar thing. It is a downtrend.
Shiver me timbers. I had to double click the sync EAs twice, and now I've got AIRO Dev, so I'm going to see what if I got 4.0.
Ooh, let me know if you do, because I want to get in there too. So no trades on these two, folks. Let's see. Oh, okay. You want me to look at the gold 15-minute? Okay.
Boom. I think we're good, man. I've got an expert advisor called AIRO Dashboard. So give me.
Boy. Do you have the blackout template? Because
that's what I'm going to look now. I'm
Okay.
going to look now to make sure I got that.
Okay.
And then let's.
And what did you have to do? You just had to press update a few times.
Yeah, yeah. It's like it didn't sync the first time or something.
Okay. I'll try that. I'll try that one time.
Being a computer nerd has its benefits.
Yeah.
Give me just a sec. I'll turn my video back on. Let me clean this out. I'm gonna clean out the chat. You're right. Never chase a trade. I don't know. Whoever anonymous was about BTC USD valid. I don't even know what one you're talking about. I didn't. I wasn't watching that. U.S. oil is diving hard. Is there an opportunity to enter?
So we're looking for
Vincenzo's saying GBP/NZD. Is it bank induction? Bank, yeah, it's bank induction.
Is what he meant.
Yeah,
it doesn't look like it because the down arrow where I have it on screen right now, Vince,
it's not into the zone.
Yeah, it's got to be into the zone. Exactly.
So that arrow, that candle has to go into the zone and then come out. And it's not like your bank induction could be over on the left there. That other
right here.
There. Yeah.
Yep. That was a bank induction. Is it? Well, let's see. Is the trend up?
Well, maybe. I don't know. It may not be because it's only.
Yeah, the trend's up. So that would have been a bank induction move for sure.
That's your pushing. So banks pushing it into the zone, getting everyone. Yep. Oh yeah. Well, look, we broke the lowest low here, guys. We broke the lowest low, so the trend's going to reverse, which is what everyone says, right? So that's where they fake you out, because that's how they're doing their potential strength and resistance is they're looking for. Oh, well, it's lower than the previous lows, then it's going to break to the bottom. It's actually not. It forced it right up to the top. There's a 200 exponential moving average on CB's chart, as well as the AIRO moving average. I'm gonna create my new demo account. I'm getting a little bit excited, guys, because I've never even touched this one yet.
Yeah, it'll actually, do you want to, once you're set up, you want to
Yes.
retake the screen? You can kind of show everybody, give them a
Yeah,
little
yeah,
sneak
yeah.
peek.
Because I've never played with it yet. So we're gonna.
So do you know, Matt, did you watch the YouTube video on
Yes.
setting it up?
Of course I did.
Okay. Just making sure, buddy.
Come on. Who do you think I am? Let's use.
Euro USD. Sell on the M15, Stefan. I get it. There was a little, looks like there's a fractal forming here, but we didn't quite get to resistance. So
All right, a couple more minutes, and
following-
then I'll be able to share it. Just to. Oh man,
Okay.
I'm excited.
So Stefan, I would say no to this trade simply because it didn't hit the resistance. So, and frankly, you see that the AIRO moving average just moved above the 200. So yeah, it could drop it. It could also likely go back up and test the resistance here. So we may eventually get an AIRO, but let's see. Are we? What trend are we in here? Yeah, we are in a downtrend. So I see why you're looking at it. But I would be patient here. I think that it might range. You see, it's these long lower wicks. It's tested going down a little bit, and buyers have come in. So I'd like to see it get back up to resistance, bounce off resistance, and then maybe we'll get a traditional strategy one bag entry, maybe in a few candles from now, or maybe we don't. U.S. oil. I don't really trade oil, but I'll.
Hey, look who's got the blackout template.
You got it?
Of course.
Oh,
And it didn't give me an error.
Just so I know, what was it sitting on the desktop, or where did you find it?
No, you right click and then you go templates and it showed up.
Oh, it's sitting right there. Wow.
Yeah. All right. So I got the blackout template. Then I dragged the AIRO dashboard over. All 28 pairs. Holy sugar. Is there any other specific setting I should be aware of, or no? I just run everything.
I think so. You can hand pick what
yeah, what pairs and what time frame.
Yeah.
This guy even included the average daily range for the last couple days.
Yeah, isn't that cool?
Oh God, that's good. Give me another couple minutes to mess around with it, and then I'm going to see what we got.
Okay.
I just don't want to share something and then it not working as
I'm opening up
anticipated.
oil just because someone was talking about it. Wow.
Yeah, go ahead.
Thing.
I'm just going to finish drinking my coffee real quick.
Jump right back up here. Yeah, that was a crazy move there. That must be, I'm wondering that this oil move, Matt, might be related to some of the announcements coming from Canada, possibly. It's not supposed to happen until 10 a.m. though, but we had some major candlesticks here on U.S. oil.
100%, because U.S. buys a lot of its oil from Canada.
Right.
Well, they were going to until Biden decided to shut down that pipeline, but.
Get my AIRO to load here. There we go.
But yeah, that's kind of anticipated.
Pretty big downtrend there. So it's going in the right direction, but we did we not? Let's see. Well, we came close to bouncing off resistance, but man, I wouldn't be touching that bad boy right now. Who knows what's going to happen there, especially with the Canadian news coming out in 20 minutes.
Yeah, don't touch that.
Nope. Not touching that one, John.
I'm trying to get my alerts up and running, but they're not working.
On your phone or on the just on your computer?
No, with the version 4 there. I had it on the 1 minute just to see if I can force some alerts, and I've got nothing yet. So that means I've got something screwy.
One hour for the pound Swiss. Take a look at that with you, Charles. Looking for a swing trade. Right direction. Yeah, that's an interesting one. I don't do a lot of swing trading myself, but that is a valid swing trade as far as I can see. For anyone that is interested in getting into a 1 hour swing trade on pound Swiss. I know the Swiss has been pretty weak most of the day. I don't know if that's changed. Let me look at my, I use on my phone something called Currency Heat Wave. It's an app that you have to pay a small amount to get the premium, and it does a real good job. I don't have that Hawkeye software that Al uses, but yep, Swiss is still pretty weak.
Hey, question for you. Do you remember in the setup where we had to change the own pairs to .pro or whatever your feed is from your broker?
Yep.
Okay. I think that's what.
Yeah. If you.
That's what I was missing.
Yeah, you got to put .pro in there for your. Yep.
So
you probably
pro,
it probably was working,
comma.
but you weren't looking at the right pairs because you used .pro. Yep.
Yeah, I think that's what happened. So
Yep.
I've got 28 .pros to put in. So give me a little bit. I'll share my screen again. I'll put my camera on so you can see my my wonderful mug. Some people were happy to put a face to a name.
So Charles, I agree with you though, man. I think this is a valid swing trade for those that are interested in a swing trade here. I don't see any issues here. You know, you got some resistance on the 15-minute, but we don't worry about that too much with a swing trade. It's actually price is getting a little better for it right now anyway. US 30 SL. Look at that one. What time frame are you looking at? The 5-minute or so? Wow. It's going to the moon. Man, that's I'm not sure that's an all-time high, but that's way up there. Would have been a nice AIRO bag entry right there, folks. Look at that one. Wow. It's going to blow away this resistance too, it looks like.
Yeah, that's that resistance is gone.
Parabolic move there.
Yeah.
Brian likes to say.
Yeah, Brian likes to reference the parabolic move.
That is one, right?
Yeah, as far
Boom.
as I can tell.
US yen. Sell. Yeah. This actually, is this a bank induction right here?
Where? No, you're missing it by like a hair. What do you think?
Yeah. Oh yeah, we already talked about this.
Yeah, so
It looks a
you're
lot
not
like it.
into the zone.
Yeah.
That kind of concerns me for a sell, right? You don't,
Well, this would be a buy. Th-
right?
This would be a bank induction buy, but it's so freaking close. I mean, there
Yeah,
is a fractal right here.
yeah.
You got the AIRO MA crossing the 200 right now, though.
Yeah, to the downside, which is what that's the first thing I saw.
Another sort of parabolic move here.
Using some parabolic stuff, haven't you?
Yeah, well, I hear things and I try to repeat them when it's the correct time to use them.
Oh yeah, no, that's pretty smart. I was listening to a podcast the other day, and he's a 30-year veteran trader, and he says this. He says, and it really hit me hard. He said, "You want to know why you're not as successful as you're supposed to be, or you intend to be? Is because you're scared to take losses."
Yep.
And I said, "Holy smokes, man! Could you not have told me this like 3 years ago? Like, guys, stop being afraid to take losses."
Well, I think that has a lot to do with the lot sizes too, right? If you get into
Agreed.
a trade, if you get into a trade with a lot size and you're scared to death on what the stop loss looks like, then you shouldn't be trading that lot size.
Not at all. Your losses should not be hurting you.
Right.
They should not be hurting you. And if you really don't have a lot of extra cash to put into a trading account, which some people, vast majority of people don't have 500 and $1,000 to put into a trading account, go to demo. And there's no harm sitting in demo for a while and taking 100 of these trades and not worrying so much. So you can observe.
I'm just looking at this chart right now, Matt. Look at this M right here.
Yeah, let's go. What do you got? You got a big M?
US yen, and I mean, it's hard. This is almost a bank induction. I mean, we're now a little late on it. It's still the next candle. I mean, is that not touching? I don't know.
It's like that is close enough to be a broker feed issue.
Yeah.
Like I would say
it's not. It's a half a pip. It's a point, not even a pip. That might be a point.
Yeah. No, you're not. So to me, that is okay. But I don't know. Like I don't trade a lot of bank induction, right?
Yeah. Well, this is
so
the new
if the
question,
if the question is there, then guess what? Take it on demo and see what happens.
Right.
Like put no emotion in it and then see, and then write it down. Okay. So USD JPY, this bank induction was 2 points off and we took it and it didn't pan out, or it panned out. Then next time we know. Like that's why you should always have the demo and the live platforms. Kind of have your demo on another screen or using something else, and then run your live on your phone or whatever. Right. You don't need to have your MetaTrader 4 AIRO running a demo and a live. You can just take the trade on another system.
Like if I'm looking at trade, like I'm not going to take this on my live account, but sometimes I'll just sort of put a line in to where I might have taken the trade and then come back and visit and see how it would have turned out for me. You know, the interesting thing with this trade, and we could still get a bag entry on this eventually here, because this is going up for us. So I'll kind of keep my eye on this one.
I'm trying to get this to go, and I'm struggling. I've got the I got the platform up. I included the .pro into the section there. I'm still not getting any alerts.
Euro odd. Let's take a look at Euro odd here. I think I have that up right now.
Was there something else we had to do there on the setup?
I don't think so. I'm not looking at what you're doing, but
Okay.
you had the blackout. You pulled it on. I mean, you know, obviously I hear what you're doing, so you're setting everything up. You're just not getting the alerts,
Yeah.
and you put in like a pair dot pro, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. Is it feasible that the system's not working with the dot pro pairs right now? Did you test it with a regular pair without, you know, not the dot pro, just to see if that works?
No, I didn't.
It might be an interesting test just to see if
That
that's
is a
an
good.
issue.
Okay, yeah, you're right. Let's use the regular feed. Sorry guys, it's taking so long to figure out here. There'll be oh, I'm back. Cool. Let's go see. What do we got here? The average pips that you're aiming for on a swing trade on a 1 hour trade there, Charles, you're looking at 50 pips.
Right. With a 100 pip stop.
Yeah. So it's the same risk to reward as on the 15-minute. And you can obviously, once you take a volume of them, you can shrink that stop, right? But you need to know what you're doing. It just takes a volume of trades. Yeah, I wasn't on the call there for Hawkeye. Sorry.
Someone was at Martinos was asking about Euro odd. We're kind of late to the game with this. And the other thing, you know, I don't know how you feel, Matt, but with Euro Australian during the New York session, not the greatest pair to trade, I would say.
Yeah, so the Euro Aussie loves to move. Okay, it loves to move. It moves most of the day. But because it's not either the Asian session or it's not the London session, I'm hesitant to take a trade in this. When it's not one of the pairs that are actively traded during that time.
Right. This down here, this would have been a great trade to take.
That was London session though, yeah?
That was London session, exactly.
Right.
Now it's kind of ranging here.
Yeah, ranging, consolidating, and
lots of big wicks, yeah. So I get it. I get what you're saying, but I would not jump on this right now, especially without another arrow. And even if we got a second arrow, I would be hesitant.
Let's see if I am still working on getting version 4 up and running, guys. Give me a bit. Hey, at least we don't have so many duplicate entries now. We don't got like 15 Pias. I mean, Pia's probably a great person, but I don't know if we could handle 15 of you.
So Tyler, when you're asking about the bank induction, first of all, I'll just mention to you that Nate has put the video up, strategy number 10 in the in Auvoria Prime about bank induction. But basically, if you understand the market maker cycle, he incorporates for the best bank induction moves. He wants you to sort of include that with like a W or an M formation, where basically you get arrow pointing in the opposite direction of the trend, right up against a zone. So if it's an upward trend, you would have an arrow pointing down very close to resistance, and the candles would actually go into resistance. And that's basically a bank induction is a bank is selling to get positions so then it can take its real position, which would be buys, And typically with the bank induction, what happens is it goes the opposite direction for a few candles and then zips right back up in the trend direction. So we're looking for
Kind of like a
arrows.
trap, right?
Yeah,
They're
exactly.
basically
It is a trap. It is a
they're
trap, really,
but
right?
they're gonna put the price below that support and resistance, like it's gonna make a lower low or a higher high to fake people out, because the vast majority of people are gonna say, okay, well, we're waiting for a lower low, and then once we get the lower low, then it's gonna trend down. The bank induction puts that thing to sleep.
Let's see here. So just as an example here, just was quickly peeking out. This is the opposite. That's not going to be a good one. That was not going to be a good one. Just trying to see if I can find one on one of these right now while we're hanging out. I mean, obviously the one we were looking at before, which is kind of working out here. So, this could arguably be a bank induction move where if we go out, the trend of the US yen is obviously strong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 green zones with only 3 red zones. So obviously major league uptrend. And you can see here the price really dramatically dropped down. You have an arrow pointing right into the opposite green zone right there. So the only argument, man, and I were talking about this, is that the arrow candle barely didn't, or maybe it just did touch that zone. So you could say, here's your bank induction move to get some people in there, and then it zaps right back out to the trend that they really intended, which is sort of taking place right now. So you can see if I hadn't chickened out and taken this trade, I'd be up a little bit right now. We'll see if it continues. Wouldn't surprise me if this came back down and tested it again. I'm sort of actually hoping that this comes back down at this point and we get a strategy 1 trade down here if it can come back down and hit this support area. How you coming along, Matt? You're on mute, Matt.
Oh, I just said painful.
Oh.
I'm gonna load this up. Templates. I'm trying it again. I switched all my pairs to the regular one. Gonna load that blank one. And bringing the AIRO dashboard EA onto the field.
Did that work?
Well, it's saying .pro now, which is weird because I loaded all of my regular pairs. Oh man, you want to mess me over. Holy sugar. He's got this thing calculating the ADR as I'm looking at it.
So Darnell, you're asking how do you get the windows pairs kind of lined up? If you can see my mouse here, right, you press this tile box here right to the right of the 2 plus and minus hourglasses. So you just hit that guy right there, and that's going to organize all your windows for you, all your charts.
I'm just going to clean out this. I think we answered most of the people's questions. If there is a question that was asked and I didn't see it, I apologize. Put it back in the Q&A section. But I just want to clean it up so that we can get the more recent questions. I think we're good, man. US CAD 1 hour. Can you check it?
Sure. US CAD. Where are you?
Oh, why is it not showing? Do I need to put the arrow on it?
Got an arrow.
Huh?
Yep, there's an arrow for US CAD. It's going back it's
against,
back a little bit
right? But at least
now.
there's an arrow.
Yeah. Let's see.
Huh. Okay.
Again, this is a swing trade. What does it look like on the 15-minute?
Don't know if you have enough room, do you?
Probably not.
I was just looking at whatever came up.
I mean, we do on the 15-minute now, but it's way past the, this is one of these double arrow moves, and it's going hard in the opposite direction right now. So they were talking about, obviously Chris was talking about or whoever was talking about a swing trade here.
Right.
Not a big fan of it. The 200 is kind of flat right now, not a ton of movement. And we're waiting on some big news here right now. The Canadian news is coming out, so that might be why it's going in the opposite direction right now. So that might be another reason to invalidate this trade, is if the Canadian news is strong in the Canadian favor, it could dump it back down. But right now it looks like it's not good news, because the Canadian dollar seems to be weakening against the US dollar. Look at that go. Something's going on, Matt. With
the
country.
The news, man. Well, because the US and Canadian economies are so tied together, right?
Yep.
So and it's not just like a little announcement. The interest rate decisions are a really big deal.
Yep.
So if it was just like new home prices or anything, okay, great. But because it's tied to the US dollar in such a dramatic fashion, so that's Canadian strength then.
No, Canadian's weakening.
Weakening.
Yeah, because it's going, the US CAD.
Oh yeah, you're right. Okay.
Yeah, it's skyrocketing. Look at this move now.
Okay.
Breaking
I wonder
through.
if they decided to lower the interest rate.
Yeah.
It'd be great for my mortgage. Oh, thank you, Mr. Dickinson. Dixon, I apologize. Interest rate remained the same.
Oh, it's the same?
Yeah.
I was just going to look that up.
Yeah. So how do you put the RSI at the bottom? You go into indicators and you just add it. Insert. Indicators. And RSI.
We're looking at our trend, right?
I think so, yeah.
No.
I don't know. I don't know what one it is because I don't use trading MT4.
It's custom.
Oh, there
RSI
it is. Custom.
Right down here.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Then you just click on it and then you put it in there. Super easy.
Yeah, you can add, like I started using this with Jackie and Mo, and they added a couple custom. They put in the 30, 40, 60, 70. It just gives you an indication on if it's oversold or overbought.
Okay.
You get little hooks occasionally that gives you, you can see how this skyrocketed up. So you get a hook towards it starting to get bought a lot more.
All right. So let's since we're good, we've got a quick question around the dot pro and dot regular. What that is it's provided by your broker. So you get different broker feeds. With my broker and CB's broker, we get dot variable, spread, dot pro, or the regular one. The pro one is actually going to give us the US CAD short 4 hour. Hey, let me share my screen there, CB.
Sure.
Now that I think I got this thing, I would say maybe under control a little bit. I'm still working on figuring out the finer intricacies.
So let me ask, I'll answer a quick question for Chris. So Chris, the red and white lines that you're seeing on mine are just the bid and ask prices. So the red was the ask price and the white is the bid price. If you want to see ask price, you just have to right click anywhere on the chart, go to properties, and then go to common and make sure you have checked show ask line. And that'll show you both the bid and ask current price for any chart.
Okay. So US CAD, you see this is on the 4-hour chart, guys. So but red all the way down. And then you've got your arrow. Let's bring it down a little bit. Here's your arrow that alerted to the downside. There's your green zone. Now I'm not going to touch a 4-hour move because I haven't taken a volume of those trades. So I'm not, I will be the first one to tell you I'm not touching it, but on the 1 hour, you see how this is laying out right now. You got Aussie CAD, and then you got US Swiss and US CAD, and they're all there. And then you get to pick your time frames. So here's the M1. That's the 1 minute bag that you could potentially take. Here's your spread. So if you are playing with a 2-pip spread or a 3-pip spread, guys, this is the only piece of recommendation that I will tell you is to go find yourself a better broker because there's better options out there. And the Dot Pro has tighter spreads. You're going to pay a little higher commissions, but I'd rather have tighter spreads and pay higher commissions. So if you need a referral or something, reach out to the person who invited you to the company and find out who they're using. And if not, then reach out to myself or even Nate, and we'll get you connected to some quality. Let's put it that way. Well, we can't talk about recommendations. So let's go look. This is a 1 hour CAD. So we had a 4-hour CAD. Let's go look at the 1 hour CAD. And it's going to be a little buggy because I'm still learning how to use this version 4. So it looks like I have to bring over version 3. You got room to the bottom. And because we went on the 4-hour, we know that's a very strong downtrend. If we have 50 pips here, we may look for, this will be the bounce, right? Arrow. Even though it's far, it's still valid, yeah? What do you think? CB?
Sorry, Matt. Give me 1 second. I just had a call coming here I got to take. Sorry.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine. We'll revisit this. This is a 1 hour trade, so
okay.
It's not going nowhere.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, go ahead. All right, so let's see here what we got. We got a downtrend, as we just saw. So downtrend, we're going to go back. I'm going to take a check look, going to see, do we have enough pips from here to there? And you're not really. You're like 23 pips to that zone. The only thing that makes me want to potentially take this is that there's a lot of steam to the downside. So USD CAD. I'm going to go check Trading View. Will gold break the first 15-minute resistance? Well, that is $1 million question, and my crystal ball is broken. So if you know the answer to that question, then you can probably make some significant amount of money. USD CAD, I like it short. Really like it short. And I think it's going to go through that, through this green zone. And I'll kind of explain why in a minute. Here, I'll bring this over here while we wait for CB to come back. So here's your rundown. This is your down move. So you're in here's your down. and you're down again. Here, it never made a higher high, right? It never made a higher high here. You're going from high to lower high to lower high. You're going from lower low, lower low, low, low. So you're in an obvious downtrend. So you don't want to be going against the trend. This is going to be kind of a higher time frame wedge, but this is your consolidation. So once price finally breaks out of this consolidation area, then it's a really nice trade. But a higher probability trade is taking it once the consolidation area disappears. So you'll see it'll probably tag this trend line here. This is at the 30-minute level. I know a lot of us like to sit on the 15. You see tag, tag, tag. This makes it a very strong trend line. This is just giving you a little perspective of where USD CAD could be going. I do see it going to the downside.
Back, Matt.
All right, cool. So USD CAD, we had a 4-hour alert. We had another alert. Okay, perfect. Nate is here. Sorry, man. Let me give me just a sec.
Yeah, I gotta get into my my new VPN here in a second. I'll
Nate, bringing you over for fan husband. You can fix me up. So finally got it up and running. Had it up here. It's all good.
It's a beautiful thing. I love that it shows the ADR too.
Yes, that is a fantastic thing. This is happiness. I don't know if Nate is able to speak, or should have just put him over there. But
what's up, man? Yeah, I'm here. I'm just
hey, boss.
I'm letting you guys do your thing.
Nah, man. How are you, sir?
Doing all right.
Awesome.
Got to be a little tired.
Yeah, tired for the weary. I'll sleep when I did.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Did I do this right, Nate, or did I miss something where
You got to attach it in the settings? You have to attach AIRO v3.1 to version 4. If you watch the video I sent on the setup, it'll walk you through exactly how to go through the settings and set it up. Matter of fact, I think we can do it on the call. Click on the little happy face.
Yeah. Happy face. Sorry, right up here. Yeah.
All right. If you want all 28 pairs, that's fine.
Yeah.
Or you can double click on that one and do your own custom.
Yeah, that's what I saw. I got this all loaded.
Yep. Scroll down. Keep scrolling. Right there, template, where it says template for new chart default. Double click on that. And then you want to type AIRO in. All capital. Yeah, it's case sensitive.
And that's version 3.1, like that?
Because
that's what I saw in the template.
Oh yeah, that's right. I did know that. Yep. So version 3.1.
Oh, that's great. That's the one part I was missing. I'm sorry, man. I listened to all the other instructions and I missed that one. So now when we get the alert, it's going to open up so for example, US CAD 1 hour, it works. That's easy. You've made all of our lives so much easier, man.
Really awesome.
This is a thing of beauty. So powerful. Oh,
shout out to Paul. He caught 300 pips.
Paul caught 300 pips, man.
it was great. We
Man,
we had a good Bitcoin trade last night.
you guys crushed it.
I took profit around 255 pips. The rest of the group got as high as 1,000 pips. So it was a good night. A lot of people hodled. They hodled.
I'm gonna
and
be
no, we're not talking about 1,000 points. We're talking about 1,000 pips. So 10,000 points. We took it up there.
That's
Matt,
beautiful.
You keep going.
Man.
I'm gonna try to set up my my VPN here while we're going here.
Absolutely, absolutely. So strategy 1 on the 5-minute Euro US. 5-minute on Euro US. Interesting. See, I don't got an alert, but we can go take a quick little peek and see what's up. So if you're saying long, maybe, but not short, and I don't have any alert on the 5-minute. So maybe it was a different. Great question there. When is AIRO 4 going to be available to the larger group as a whole?
This week. So it'll be announced. As I've been saying, it will be announced.
There we go. So you heard the man. It'll be announced. It's coming. So now we got the 5 AIRO down in a downtrend. So we're not touching. I don't have appetite for this because we're in consolidation in an upward move. So this is running a lot faster, man. I'm gonna run 4 of these to push the system to the max and see what kind of resources it's requiring. But I think this is just special.
That's the goal. I mean, as you guys test it out, I'm going to have the tech, more than one person to, take a look at it. Therefore, the tech team will take a look at the resources being utilized on your special VPS you have going, your educator VPS, so that they can give you feedback. And I see you're running yours to the VNC, so you can also run it to the RDP as well.
Yeah, I am. I like this because I have other stuff running on my remote desktop. So I have multiple screens and I got my other systems open. So, but I enjoy this, man. This is special. When I saw these green and red bars show up, I knew you had something special here. See, even have you played around with the 4-hour bag entries a little bit, or?
I don't have patience for 4 hours.
Oh, okay.
We took a 1 hour on EU last night that just hit stop loss, or hit stop loss a couple of hours ago, or about an hour ago.
Right.
So that was our first higher time frame trade. I won't be taking EU trades on. I won't be taking those no more. Not on London session.
Right.
But we went 2-1, so we won GJ 10 pip trade on GJ last night, and 255 pips on Bitcoin for those who got out with me, and those who held, well, they got rewarded. And if you're still holding, definitely drop a hodl in the group, because that thing is all the way up right now. Bitcoin is flying. We got in around 50,000. We got in around the 54,300 level. And Bitcoin is currently at the 56,100 level. So if anybody is still holding, they're definitely being rewarded.
They're being in the money, man. Patience pays, right?
Especially with Bitcoin.
Oof, absolutely. So
I haven't paid the 4 hour, but I do know I do plan on taking a lot of yep, there he is. Mr. Part of the crypto group.
The big man.
188,000 pips.
188,000. Come on, man.
Yeah, he's been holding, man. So he's one of those guys that knows how it moves. That crypto group, man. If you can get into that crypto group by catching 10,000 pips, You'll learn a lot in that crypto group. But yeah, man. So version 4.
Yeah.
What do you
Loving
more,
it.
The daily open, all that does is let you know how many pips prices move since the open of the new day. And then the weekly open right next to it tells you how many pips prices move since the beginning of the week. So just some more information. I think I'm probably gonna hide those when we launch it. I don't really see a usage for them, but just information I put up there just in case. I'm still playing with it. I'm trying to find a correlation with it with the overall trend.
Yeah.
But I'm not really seeing one because I'm hoping that, if the daily open and weekly open are, as you see there on AUD they're green.
Yeah.
Then you would think that the overall trajectory of price would be an uptrend. So that
Right.
don't always play true with every pair. So
no,
we'll see.
For example, like I'm looking here, Kiwi Swiss, you're 39 pips in the daily open, but you're 21 into the weekly open, which means that you retraced like 21 pips from the open, right?
Correct.
So you moved 40 pips, but you're 20 pips in the opposite direction. So this is a consolidating pair at that time frame. So this could be valuable, man. There could be something here. What I'm confused about is the 0 ADR on the CAD, US CAD right here at 0. So I don't know if that's an opportunity.
Let me see what you're talking about here real quick.
Yeah.
ADR. Which one now?
US CAD, ADR, the 5-day average daily range. The second number is 0. So it's 70 and then 0. Darnell, 6K pips with Nate. Can't sleep. You guys make me want to never sleep, man. Staying up all day, all night, just to make these pips. Brenda, send me a message later. We'll figure out what's going on. 200 EMA on the 200 moving average on the template. Can we include it? Short answer, just add it. I don't see Nate changing the setup to add the 200 moving average. Do you? Do you have
the 200 moving averages for the market maker strategy 9?
Right.
So not everyone is advanced or looking to trade strategy number 9, or even strategy number 10, because it does kind of go hand in hand with strategy number 10 as well. So I probably won't add it, at least not in the initial beginning, just due to the fact that most individuals are still learning strategies 1, 2, and 3. So adding additional line will only confuse them.
Innate.
Yep.
I'm still not getting the 4.0 EA, just so you know, in my VPN.
I will look into yours specifically. Everyone else has had theirs, so I'll look at yours specifically and find out what the issue is.
I've reset it a couple times, just so you know.
Okay. We'll see if we can get her up and running.
Matt, to get yours going, you just hit the sync EAS a few times.
Yeah, I hit it and it said whatever, connect to your VPS, and it synced, and then I reset it and I synced again, and then it kicked up. So
okay.
I just had a couple.
I've done that like 10 times.
Oh, okay. I figured as much. Man, I like Looney Cat over in Vancouver there. He's always awake. It's like he's never sleeps. He's probably a walking zombie. That's just because you keep on teasing me about the Ottawa Senators. What a joke of a hockey team. Let's see if we got another alert coming out here. These are 5. 5? Is there, Nate, do you know someone who plays around with the 5-minute bags pretty pretty consistently? Like if a person would go for 10 pips, I think I might start looking into.
I don't, but we've taken some 10 and 20 pip trades. We missed one last night. G Chef was on a 5-minute bag. We missed that one. But it went 30 pips. I want to say we took one. We took one on GJ last night. So
pound yen, yeah.
Yep. Strategy 3. We took on this 5-minute chart. We took a strategy 3 trade on GJ. Just due to the fact that if we had took it on the 15-minute, we would have missed the entry potentially due to having to wait the full 15 minutes. So we took the entry on the 5-minute for 10 pips.
Oh, I like that.
So yeah, the 5 minutes, we took one last night, and we took one, I will believe last week as well. So the 5 minutes is great. 10 pips, sometimes 20, depending on how volatile the pair is.
Right. Well, I mean, you're probably not using a 40 or 50 pip stop loss on a 5-minute chart, right?
No, it's more of a sniper entry.
Yeah.
So we don't.
Probably the previous zone would make sense, right? Or the previous second zone.
Typically, if I cut my take profit in half, I usually cut my stop loss in half. That's just a rule of thumb. Or yes, we use I look at structure, and we look at previous high or previous low, depending on the direction of the trade.
Right. You know what I do like, Nate, and this is something that from trading for a couple of years, what you did is you incorporated price structure and all that into a system that is very easily understood, unlike a lot of other systems out there where you need to draw it and understand it before you can actually potentially trade it. You just include it all. So these zones that you see, like for example, on the 1 hour right here, there's a lot of price structure. And Nate is including kind of the direction. So for someone that's brand new, that has never traded before, this is a lot easier to understand than just a naked chart and trying to draw the lines and trying to understand where price could be going. This is basically as simple as she gets. And then you can keep on adding new layers to your skill set. Like I love wedges, and I do wedges on every entry. I'll have a wedge and I'll wait for the breakout, but I'm using AIRO to reinforce that or even confirm. Well, let's just see if we got I don't have any 15-minute alerts. Has anyone got any 15-minute alerts? I just want to make sure that my my system's running up to par there. No, so Brenda didn't get no 15-minute alerts. None as of now. Let's check this out. I don't usually show my face on the calls, but it was nice outside and I felt real good. So we'll put face to a name this morning. It's 10:30. We've been on for an hour and a half. A couple interesting setups. Yeah, Brenda, this is going to be AIRO version 4. So it's going to be AIRO version 4. Holy smokes, we got some 30-minute alerts, guys. So green, you're going long. So let's go check this one out real quick. What do we got? We're in an uptrend. Got a little zone here. not that strong of a zone. This is going to be a stronger area. And then let's go see something real quick here. Got a wedge. I'm gonna whip out Trading View real quick. Hold on here. NZD Swiss. So you can see the see this nice little wedge here. So if I'm just checking this out because we had the 30-minute alert, and this is sometimes how I can get into a trade, even though so this zone here, I don't see it respecting that zone at all. What I do see is potentially, I wouldn't take it as far as here, but if we had a good, I would take it maybe, see if we got something here, maybe to here. That's where that red zone is. So if it breaks out of this wedge formation, I am potentially open to taking that thing for a long trade. NZD Swiss. See, I drew my stick from here to there. I put it on the break where, well, potentially where the break is going to be. And then something like 67.50. So it's actually a really good move. Person could take it for 50 pips, take it for 20 pips. The less pips you take, the higher probability to trade is going to be. I don't know, Bob, if you can just add the 200 and save it as a template. I'm not sure. I don't think it's going to work if you have the AIRO version 4 because you're loading the template that's AIRO 3.1. I don't think you can load two templates. So let's wait and see what's going to happen here. I'm going to take this down to the 5. You see these trend lines and these bounces to the pip. Right here, what I'm doing is I've got a moving average that I use that helps me confirm the direction. 513.62 cross means that impulsivity from this point here is up. So if we get a bounce on this moving average, then there might be our entry. You see how it bounced against this trend line here 1, 2, 3 times. So we'll see what plays out here unless we have any other alerts. Yeah, Brenda, when you get when it's finally released, when version 4 is released to everyone, then you will be able to have this, and then it's gonna make everyone's lives a lot easier and going to be less resource intensive. At least that's the intention of it. But what I wanted to show you is how you can take the take wedges, combine it with AIRO, and potentially look to get additional trades and better, tighter entries. For example, on this trade, it's like 50 pips to the bottom here, depending on structure. Like I usually keep it, once it breaks through here, sometimes what happens is it'll come up and it'll kiss this line from the other side, which means that this resistance has now become support. And that's why I can have a target like way the heck up there. And look, I'll show you over here why I put this where it is. Actually, I put that on the 5, so that's basically what we're sitting on. We'll see what happens. What do we got here? We got CAD. Oh, someone said quick message here. GCAD on the 15th. GCAD. Was that a bank induction? Let's go find out. Oh, we had a great question, Nate. Happened earlier where it was really close to a zone. So your arrow went in. See, this looks like a bank induction to me. Right? Does that make sense? Because
is it an uptrend or a downtrend?
We are looking at a downtrend. It's counter trend into the zone. That looks like bank induction.
Yeah.
Because what they're doing is they're going to break this one, right? They break this one because that's where some people got their stops. They say, and then they think it's going to go up, but it doesn't. And see that big long wick here? That's powerful. So yeah, this is definitely what I would consider a bank induction move there, Chris. Great thing. Nate
and Matt, if you go to I think the one you're bringing up is the US yen.
US yen.
Yeah, that's the one where you're talking about where it barely touched or might not have touched.
Yes. I want to show you that, Nate. If you're
yeah, that one's working out.
US
yen?
One's
working out pretty nicely, by the way.
Well, that's good to note because we weren't sure if that was
yeah.
That was one of those. So US yen, and that was 15, right?
Yep.
Here, Nate, take a quick look at this. See if you see how it's just a hair away. It's like 2 points, maybe like a pip. I don't know if that counts as a bounce. If that would be the
if that was a bank induction.
It didn't touch the zone, so for me, I wouldn't be taking it.
Yeah.
All right.
And again,
Sounds
it's
good.
not also just the trend you're in. You also want to ensure that you are inside the market maker cycle. So this is where strategy 9 comes into play. Bank induction inside, with the trend, but also ensuring that you're with the market maker's cycle. And that's where strategy 9 comes into play. You need to be able to identify that. Some cycles are going to be harder than others to identify, but once you start to identify it, you can start taking those trades. Again, 9, I've always talked about it. 10 will be built off of 9. That's why 9 went before 10.
That's pretty good, Nate. So don't be skipping steps. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly.
You're kind of saying like, hey, listen, your first 2 weeks with AIRO and you're already in strategy 10, but you just skip 9 and have like there's certain things. There's a certain process to getting through things. So that's good, man. I don't understand the question, Dom. I apologize for that. What is the signal chart that I was working with? I don't.
I think he's talking about AIRO 4. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's coming. We're putting it through the ringer, for the lack of a better term. This is your 30. What are we at here? So we're counter trend. That'd be a counter trend. Still a wedge. Let's go see what's happening here on the on NZD Swiss. This was the setup I was looking at. Kind of looking at a gonna see if it bounces here again and maybe breaks out. Who knows? But this is a very strong trend line. This trend line right here. This bounce is good. Hi, Raymond. You asked that question earlier about will gold break the first 15-minute resistance? I said that I lost my crystal ball a while back. And if I knew that, then I can probably add it right here. XAG.
You can add anything.
Right. Oh, look at that. So let's
now
go
you
over
know
here.
you're adding your own pairs, but you see two lines up where it says all 28 pairs. You want to switch that to your own pair list.
Well, now we're talking.
Yeah.
Another step I missed.
I asked if you watched the video.
I did. I watched it quick. Oh, Looney. You're funny. You make my life. XAU USD. And that was on 15. So we can just double click even though there's no alert and it pops up. So, ooh. Is it going to break that resistance? Well, who knows? We're in the,
Yeah, we're not in the business of speculating, guys. We're in the business of trading with the market gives us. So we want to trade what's in front of us, the setups, what the market gives us. But as far as speculating on price, Matt could give you guys his opinion, and then it doesn't go the right way, or it might go the right way. We're not in the business of 50-50. You want to set, wait for the setup. Once you get the setup, you take the trade.
Simple as that. But I wouldn't look at. I don't speculate in any way, shape, or form. Like I can give you exactly what Nate said. I can give you an opinion, but it could be wrong. We're not 100%. I like the system because the system tells me what to trade. I don't want to go make up my own trades. I can do that, but I find greater success in using a system that tells me there's a potential trade setup for CAD yen. I'm going to go look at it, see if it makes sense, if it fits my criteria, and then I'll see. This is really taking its sweet time here. And this is a London session, Asian session pair. So you wouldn't really want to be trading this during the New York session, and definitely not after the 11 o'clock time frame. So this is going to consolidate, and there may be nothing there.
Got a couple alerts here, Matt.
Yeah, let's go, man.
Look at just while we're doing this. So go back to your 4.0. So for 15-minute, you should see US Chef and pound CAD now.
Yep, I do.
There you go.
Right there.
Buy for US Chef. Perfect.
Yeah. Right there.
You have 3, so I just don't have one of them open, but
that's fine. So look at this, guys. Got a strong uptrend. We got a pretty strong zone here. Officially, you can't take it because you're right into the zone. Okay. You're going to want to, what the heck's going on here? All right. Just got an alert. A child was abducted, so we'll.
Yeah. There was no bounce on this one either.
Nope, there's no bounce, so there's no good. The
Pound CAD.
Let's go check this out.
Oh, so pound CAD is that bank induction move you were looking at earlier. Now you have a downward arrow.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so let's go look at pound CAD. What do we got? Bring this up so the whole family can see what's going on.
Yeah.
So we're going down. Okay, that was that bank induction.
Yeah.
That was a nice bank induction.
You got just 20 pips to that support
to
there.
the zone. But you got a bounce, and you got AIRO. Get that bank induction. That's actually not too bad. Let me check something real quick. GCAD. Oh, yeah.
I'm going to take this one.
Yeah, I'm
It's a
of the
valid
opinion.
trade. I might not go 20. I might go like 15.
I'm already in.
You already in that.
It's a pound pair, baby. That's what I trade, pounds. But no, if you look at all the other pound pairs, well, 5 of the 6 are trending down. So from a correlation standpoint, as I talk about on London session, all of them are trending down except for GBP, JPY, which is already at a zone. So I'm definitely looking at scalp before a quick 10.
Yeah, I like the 15. We'll do that. Boom.
That 200 moving average is there on its way to 15. So you guys know that 200 moving average is a natural level of support resistance.
Yes, sir. Absolutely is. So, and actually on GCAD, I did a little bit more analysis. I got a daily high zone down here, and that's a monthly and weekly high up here. So we're actually going into the daily high. So it could be a really nice move to the downside. Hey CB, how many how many trades did you take on that? I think I heard a lot of dings.
So every time I set my stop loss or my take profit, it also dings like that.
Oh, so I get it. Okay. I was like,
I got to mute myself when I do all that stuff.
You might give people the wrong idea. Here. So 75.47 is where I'm taking it, and I'll show you why. So 75.47 is, we're looking like around this area here, right on top of that zone. The other reason I'm looking at that is because this is a strong trend line, bounce, 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 and I'm looking at another bounce here. So 75.47 or so is where I like that target. That's where that zone is. It's a late entry, but here's for some people who haven't messed around with MT4 a little bit. You can set your points.
GCAD plus 4 pips and running.
Let's go.
Yep.
Great call out. Whoever called that one out.
Tell you what, man, people are sharp today.
See if we can break through that 200.
Oh yeah, let's put that 200 on there. How about that? Indicator, insert. Where you at? EMA. As you can tell, I love I love MetaTrader 4.
Right there. You got it. Trend.
Oh, sorry. Trend.
Moving average. Yep.
Moving average. Whoa, I can't see it. All right, there we are. Simple. EMA exponential 200. Let's drop it here. What do we got? I got in late, so. That's that 55. 75, 50. I had mine at 47, but I actually like the 50 better because that's where that moving average is. Let's find out if we got another setup here. Had to go swap and take that on my other account. We got EuroCAD. We took it. We looked at that already, didn't we? EuroCAD right through that zone. Anonymous, you're saying you're doing your FTMO challenge. Can I run my live account and my FTMO account somehow on remote desktop? Well, what you can do is you can run your live account and then you can take your trades on your FTMO account. You don't have to have both of them running on AIRO, right? You can do your analysis on AIRO and then move on from there. Great question, Milton. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if you can do that. So, Nate, this is a great question for you, my friend. Will we see the phone alerts from AIRO dashboard versus having these charts open? Like
dashboard does everything that the template does. It'll send out the alerts as well. Perfect. Right now, you actually get alerts from both, one from the dashboard and one from the actual version 3.1. So you'll have to turn one off or on. But yes, you still get alerts from the dashboard.
Perfect. Perfect. Now the fun part is see if we got another. Is there a way to reset those alerts, or are we going to have to be paying attention to what alerts we've already had?
What do you mean reset?
Well, right here, you see you got lots of alerts here. If you visually have another one that shows up, so say.
Oh, they'll clear off.
They will eventually?
Yep.
Okay.
And of course, when you get the alert, you'll get the pop-up as well.
Okay. Because that's That's the other question I had, is kind of this might get a little overwhelming for some people if they.
Yeah, I would assume it when a new candle's formed that, that the alert goes away once you're past the candle, that, the candle after the alert.
It's a good assumption.
Yeah.
That's why we still got the H1 on the US CAD and the H4. Armin, will we see the trend on the dashboard? Not sure what you mean.
No. So the trend will not be shown. You'll have to go to the chart. Because if I add the trend on the dashboard, I have to add it for every time frame showing. Because every time frame is not going to be the exact same trend, which would make the chart ridiculously hard to see and look at. So I'm not going to add that.
It would be intense. Couldn't process that much information, and it would be very resource intensive as well. I'm even surprised you were able to add the ADR in there. That was key. Do you know, Nate, why US CAD still has a 0 there, or is that just?
Yeah, I'll look into it. Not really sure. I'll look into the code and figure out.
Cool, man. So
let me add it myself to. Let me add it myself.
Just to see if you got it.
See if I have an issue with it.
Okay. Could be just my feed or something. Red and green alerts on the dashboard. Well, that's a great question. So you see for example, the M30 on CAD Yen, because it's red, it's going to be a short, right? It's going to say arrow down. Green is going to be arrow up. So it makes life a lot easier. Here, you're not going to take this short, right? So, but just for reference sake.
What time frame is that? Oh, never mind. It's just USD CAD, right?
Yes, sir.
Let's see here.
Albert, your VPS always freezes during the New York session, and you don't know why. We need your login for Auvoria Prime, just your username, and just tell me pretty much a little bit more details. Tell me, like, it's been freezing at 10 o'clock Eastern time and freezes for 5 minutes, or completely frozen and unresponsive, or whatever. Well, GCAD really took a swing there, eh?
Yeah, we were just in profit like literally 30 seconds ago.
Yeah, man.
I pulled up GCAD on mine. I think it's yours. You may need to refresh, because I show right now ADR is 70 out of 90 right now.
Okay, you know what? GCAD.
On the USD CAD.
Oh, USD CAD.
Yep.
Okay, interesting.
I show my ADR 70 out of 90.
Okay.
So I don't know what this is why we test things out, make sure it works.
Absolutely. Let's go see GCAD real quick. Hold on. GCAD on the 15. Might get a little pop here.
It got pretty close to that 200 moving average and just turned around.
Yeah, it didn't tag it. Oh, saying a GCAD buy now. Interesting. I've got yeah, didn't like that. Didn't like that moving average, man. Here's how you can change your profit from dollars to points. So this way, you know you're down 21 pips. But you also have it on your AIRO. 20 some pips to pull back. So
Hey, Matt.
Yes, sir.
Take a look at CAD Swiss on the 15 minutes.
Here, it cleaned up as it flipped. So your CAD Swiss on the 15. Let's go back. Let's zoom out. Have an idea. Strong uptrend, right? Strong uptrend. Second arrow. I mean, got no bounce though.
You do.
Wait, so you count? Sorry, so this one counts as a bounce because there's no opposing arrow.
Yep.
Oh, okay, my bad. Look at that. Yeah.
2 consecutive arrows in a row.
Yeah. And then no opposing zone, so we're good. Good for that. Good shout out. Put that on my other account there too. Yeah, Albert, send me your Auvoria Prime username, not in the chat, just all panelists, and kind of briefly tell me how many times it's happened and at what time you're noticing it gets worse than others and whatnot.
Yeah, I should have called this trade out, but it had a little drawdown on it, so I didn't want to get people in that kind of trade. Just took I used strategy 8 on
What'd you get, man?
SPX 500. I'm up 80 pips right now.
80 pips on the SPX, man.
It had some based on strategy 8, the stop loss would have been over 100 pips for some people. So, and it went, I think I was down 110 pips at one point. I'm up over 80 pips right now in 2 positions, so about to hit TP.
Strategy 8.
Yep. If you look at you just draw and I get them on my phone. But if you go to AIRO and pull up SPX 500.
Yeah, let me go.
I'll show you. You may
I don't
have
it on my. I don't have it on this one. I had to set up a new. Where are you at? Indices. Come on, man. Indexes. There we go.
Come on, babe. Push. Take me out of my misery. Let's get this over with.
Out of your misery, man.
Yep. 80, 90 pips. There we go. We almost there.
We'll put all the indices on this one so I can. 500 NAS. Let's do that. Boom.
Oh, you know you didn't do that to me.
Oh, did it retrace or before it hit your take profit?
Man, new candle came up and that thing dropped 50 pips. Yeah, got to be more careful.
Let's do.
It's heading back up. So we're good.
Yeah, that was that end of that candle. Was it was a 5-minute candle that closed?
Yeah, 5-minute candle closed, new one, and that it's heading back up. But it's just I hate seeing stuff like that.
Yes, sir. I love how this refreshes. This is really good. It's gonna take a little bit of getting used to, but
yeah, I'm gonna have a nice little video Probably even more detail than the one I sent you guys. Just kind of explain to everybody how it all works and whatnot. So,
Albert, send it directly to just all panelists is fine. I'll notate it and I'll send it off to Bill. I've been in communication with him ongoing about opportunities so he can check the logs and find out. Because if we don't have the time and the username, then it's hard to pinpoint the potential issue. I just had to go down here, expert advisors. SPX 500 and US 30. And NAS 100. Now we should see it at the bottom of the chart. We can go see the up 3 pips in CAD Swiss. We're down 22 in the GCAD there. I'm going to see if I can there's no way to scroll down in this, is there, Nate? Because I got too many pairs.
Let me see here.
Maybe if I scrunch up the chart a little bit.
Yeah,
no.
I never tried it before. Yeah, what happens when you scrunch up the chart?
Close your terminal.
Yeah. My terminal. Sorry.
Mm-hmm. Close the terminal, see what that does.
Okay. Just a sec here. Phone's about to die. Got a couple get a couple trades in. You don't want your phone to die. Here we go, Albertino. Let's close terminal view.
Or you could shrink it. What if you just pull it, instead of closing it, just go down there and pull the terminal down? Oh, there you go.
Bingo. See? That worked. All right.
You could probably shrink the you could keep the terminal open and just shrink it down a bit.
Yeah, that's true. So Control T. Oh, no. It's on the.
You're in the VNC.
Yeah, exactly. that wasn't gonna happen. There we go.
Five-minute SPX. I already took profit. It just started to come back.
Oh yeah, you did, eh?
Yeah, I'm out.
Good. Oh, it just hit profit and then dropped down again.
Yep, hit the 50 pips. Right when it dropped, it went back up, and I got out. I wasn't about to play with it.
No, I don't blame you. I'm trying to figure out why SPX 500.pro, and it's saying maybe I wrote it the wrong way, because here it's a lighter gray.
So Matt, I don't think there are .pros for the indices.
There's not, and I didn't write .pro in it.
Oh.
There is US 30.pro though. Interesting. Okay, this is good to know. Let me go see if I See, I didn't write .pro in it anywhere.
Yeah, there's only pro for, like you said, there's only pro for the Dow Jones, not the NAS or the S&P.
Yeah. So it seems like it's generating .pro for all of these, even though there's not. Okay, interesting. Interesting. But there's no place. Oh. Broker instrument suffix right here. It's defaulting to .pro. Let me try something.
This is why we're testing.
Yeah, shouldn't be doing this on a live call, but that GCAD, man. GCAD's being a real pain in the bottom. Just consolidating. It's in the QA here. Yeah, Brenda, send it to me as well. I'm gonna send, so any of these issues here, we need to track them and let the team know. It's one thing to talk about it, but it's also another thing to escalate it. Albertino.
Look at SPX 500, boy.
What happened there, man? What do you got?
Oh no, just heading back up. So if you, let me see if you get it up on the chart. Are you?
I don't, for some fuzzy reason. So either I tried to add it, but it seems like it's defaulting to the .pro suffix, and there's no SPX 500 .pro or NAS 100 .pro. There's only US 30 Pro. So I'm trying to figure out how I can get the regular feed, even though the other ones are all pro. I put .pro here to see if it would.
No worries. I'll share my screen here. Let me log in from my computer.
Yeah, cool, man.
I'll share my screen here real quick.
Perfect. Let me, I'll stop sharing. Yeah, that's true. That's Neo. Neo is saying that's my pair. Don't touch it.
Hey, we have two Nates now.
I thought one was enough, man.
You guys hear me?
We can.
All right, let's go ahead and share the screen here. All right, so you guys can see here is SPX 500. As you can see here, I drew, we're in an uptrend. All right, uptrend. So you guys know we have some deep retrace right here. So what I did was I took the Fibonacci, I drew it from the previous low,
Oh yeah.
Height of the retrace before the previous high. I mean, before the retrace. You see, you got a little railroad situation going on here. I got in a little late. I saw it a little late. I had entries, one here. All right. From this base of these two bounces off of the 62 Fibonacci level. And then I had another entry when price, you see price had a nice little deep retrace right here. Again, this is why I don't really, because again, with these 62 level, and I'll show you here. Let me see.
I love it. Good stuff.
So this is why I didn't call the trade, because from this entry here, again, based on Fibonacci strategy, stop loss would have been below the 79 since it bounced off the 62.
Mm-hmm.
Almost over 160 pip stop loss. So any type of trade like that, I'm not going to call. I won't call on the call. And so it did have some pullback, about 80 pips. I then, on the retrace, when it came back up, based on candlestick formation, I put another entry right here. So just me seeing this huge rejection right here in the wick off the 50 level. And then you get the pullback in this next candle. So just price action, reading price action is why I had a double entry. And then you can see we had a nice little push up on that next candle right there. I got out. This next candle popped up and that thing shot down. So once it retraced before the next push down, I got out. About 2 positions, about 100 pips.
There we go.
So had we had a good setup from a standpoint of a risk to reward ratio, I would have called that trade. I don't like to call trades that have huge stop loss opportunities. She kept playing with me. So one thing I've learned, and one thing I'm going to start implementing, probably when I re-record all the videos, for those who like to use strategy 9 or in the 200 moving average to help out with potential drawdown, as well as when you're taking sales, ensure that the 200 moving average is above price and the AIRO moving average is below the 200. So for example, technically when the price is above the 200 moving average, that is a opportunity, a potential opportunity for price to be in the uptrend. The 200 moving average is that bank moving average. Let me give an example. We'll go to GJ. I'll show you last night. So on the GJ buy on the 5 minute here. On the GJ buy, you can all see here. Let's go ahead. Let's go to the 15 minute and mark it up real quick. We'll mark up for those who don't know what strategy 3 is. Strategy 3 is what we call the Asia channel breakout, the Asia session breakout. It's for GBP pairs only. You want to mark up the high and the low of the Asia channel. Asia channel is between the period separator and the start of the money zone. All right. You want to make sure that there's less than 50 pips distance between both lines. And you see here we got 36 pips. The reason why you want less than 50 pips is because the what do you call it? The ADR. The more pips price moves, and as you guys can see here on GJ, the ADR is 113 pips. So if price had already moved 50 pips, by the time it was time for us to enter in, the ADR is halfway eaten up. So at that point, our probability of being able to catch, our pips, lessens. All right. So we did that. We went down to the 5 minute chart. So now that we know that we are good to go, we are now waiting for the first candle inside the money zone to break above the blue line because we are in uptrend. As you can see here, there it is. This candle right here, the first one to break above, right here. We got in, a little retrace, 12 pips. It ran up 17, another little retrace, and then back up. It ran up a total of 20 pips. So those who stayed in got the 20 pip take profit. I just took it for 10, and we got that real quick, quick little 10. Reason we took 10 was because of a couple reasons. Number one, we took the entry on the 5 minute, and number two, as you can see here, distance was less than 20 pips from the top of Asia channel to the bottom of the resistance zone. So that was a nice little trade right there. And the other beautiful thing I like to look at is I like to look at the other pound pairs, and they were all correlating. So they were all moving upward. So great correlation, made for a pretty quick trade. Not a bad move. The GCAD is starting to mess me up. You see how though, let me go back to the GJ. You see how though, on that buy entry, the 200 moving average is below the AIRO moving average and below price, signifying a potential, we're still in an uptrend. Whereas with GCAD, it's the opposite we're taking right now. 200 is a below.
Right.
Signify price looking to move to the upside. So I'm going to be doing some more back testing on that one, but I probably will be incorporating this. I've been noticing this more and more. Just
interesting.
Here that we have great setups. That's all it is. And you see here, G Chef uptrend. 200 moving, AIRO moving average above the 200. Price is above the 200 when we got the bounce, AIRO go, and then you can see it's on the up and up. Entry right there, little retrace, 12.5 pips, and it ran up 35. Easy little 20 pip bagger back during London session. We missed this trade. I don't know what happened. We missed that one. I was a little upset about that one.
Yeah, and that was a Fibbo retrace as well from that move.
Got a lot of fibs.
Yeah, man. That's real nice.
Once you know how to use them. And GER 30 just took off. I was looking at this buy. I told everyone if GER, so GER 30, this is the all-time high where this blue line is at.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's all-time high right now.
Wow.
So it broke above, had a little retrace, and you got a bounce bag entry going in the New York session. It's up big. So GER 30s and UK 100 are some pairs that are indices that move very well during London session because they are, of course, overseas, Germany and UK. GCAD starting to head back the right way.
Yep. Finally. Losing a little bit of that heat that we had.
Yep. And Bitcoin,
look at that wedge, man. Look at that wedge on Bitcoin.
Oh, yeah, it's right here.
Look at that thing. No, up, right where we are now.
Oh, this right here?
Yeah. Flat top wedge with ace ending. This might be a turnaround point.
You're the wedge king. Let me see if I can draw this wedge the way that you would draw the wedge. This is how I would draw the wedge. Let me see if I'm correct on this wedge here.
It's more of the channel there. If you bring that down just a little bit, yeah, you can do that. That's all right. And then bring that one as a flat top.
Would it be a flat top with these wicks? Or
yeah, with the wicks. Use the wicks. So right there, and then drop that down. Right there. Yeah, right there. Boom. That's the wedge I would see.
Yeah, I'm looking for a sale with that type of wedge. If it breaks,
well, yeah, look at your run up, right?
If it breaks the wedge and breaks that zone, I'd be looking for a sale. Gold, 5 minute. Oh, we're in an uptrend on gold, so. Yep. So whoever had that question about it breaking the 15-minute time frame, or the 15-minute zone, you see that descending the lower lows on those wicks?
Yes, sir.
Does not look like it break today. So again, you give it time. Price will either break it or not. So back over to you guys. Again,
yeah. No, you're fine.
I wasn't looking at I was just looking at
yeah. Let me see. me see some Bitcoin. Haven't messed around with that in a little bit. So this is exactly where I kind of see the flat top here. It's on the 5, and you can put your wedge right here, or you can bring it down to here. It's not a big difference.
You got to share your screen for us to see.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Thanks for that. All right, so here's your flat wedge, flat top. I like the flat top wedges. And then you got this one where you can draw it here, or you can take it down to here and bring this in a little bit tighter. It's not a big difference, guys. Like, it's not gonna make a huge difference. So if I was to draw a stick, if I wanted to have an idea of like how far this move could go, I would go from here to there, from this, and then I would try and see what's going on. Now we're in a really strong uptrend, right? On the 5, you know, from here, impulsivity is up. This is that first wedge that Nate saw, and this is a real nice wedge. This is a continuation, right? You have a rally, kind of bases a little bit, and you got your wedge breakout. See that bounce on this trend line. These trend lines don't play games. People like to downplay trend lines, but I mean, there's some potential gas to the upside on this. So that's interesting. Let's see what kind of retracement. It may not be a very big retracement thus far, but if I wanted to see from this run up what kind of pullback we had, not 38. From here is no good. Not enough retracement to play around with that. Let's see. Okay, little guy is good. What we got in the Q&A section here? So Josh didn't join it because of the 1 hour downtrend. The GCAD there.
The 1 hour's in an uptrend though.
Okay.
So there.
so there. All right then. My little trading buddy is passing me a whole bunch of stuff, so let's go see if we got something else to play with here. So the GCAD, we got a little bit of, we're getting out of that heat that we had.
Yeah, it's kind of bumping into the AIRO moving average right now. Again.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're in a downtrend. Looking at that's actually pretty nice. Kids, love them. Yeah, we're all right. Got rid of that heat. So here, there's no bounce, because what happens is here, this would be considered your bounce, AIRO. This one invalidates kind of that. So this doesn't really count as a bounce AIRO go, because it had an up arrow. It would need the bounce here with a red zone. All right, so we're flat on CAD Swiss, and GCAD we're down into the 10 pip area. Not sure what's up with SPX 500 and NAS. Got a load of 1 minute alerts though. I actually didn't mean to close that down, so let's bring this back over. Turn the lights back on, please. Thank you. Once again,
I gotta go finish moving, but GCAD now we're only down 10 pips now, so it's heading in the right direction.
Yeah, it's pretty good now. But yeah, man, have a great rest of the day. Hope to talk to you later on about some of the binary.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Let's get on it. $50 to $7,700 is amazing. I'm excited to see what you guys have designed, because when I saw the screenshot of the profits, I was amazed. It's gonna change a lot of lives.
Bro, it's just transformative to say the least. Anyway, so let's meet up with Cash later and put some things together. But you have great rest of the day moving. I know how much that can suck at times.
Sucks all the time, but it's all, it's part of the journey.
Absolutely.
Take care, bud.
Right now.
All right, boss. Take care.
Later.
Thanks, man.
Hey, Matt, I have to go help out a kid here, so I gotta.
Oh,
we're closing in to the end here, but I gotta step away for a sec.
Oh no, you're okay. You're fine. Oh, hey guys, Bitcoin broke out of the top of the wedge, bro, and she's going. Let's see. That gap. This gap between the moving averages, the EMAs. Interesting. Let's see what happens. See if she breaks up, comes down, tags that trend line, and then continues going up. It could. I am a huge proponent of investing in TradingView. It was so good to have Nate. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's check this out until we get another alert there. We're almost done the session. Had a couple trades. Maybe more about the sneak peek of what's coming to the AIRO family. And putting a face to a name finally. Let me open up that chat here. Nice. You got pound Swiss. You got 30 pips. Well done, Val. Brenda, I'm going to write down your comments so that I can get that to the right people. Got a great question. What are binaries? Basically, binary is kind of a programming term. It means yes or no. But in the trading world, it means up or down. So basically, time and price is what you need to identify. You need to identify from this time frame, is it going to go up or down, and for how long? But we're using AIRO to do that, and some specific moving averages and some other stuff. So it's fun and it's fast, and there's a lot to look forward to. Let's put it that way. Looking for my pen. Sorry, guys. $29.66. Just a little bit longer, guys. Luther, what time frame? One hour gold. So you're looking for a swing on gold. Let's go see. Give me just a sec. I had to reload my my charts here. Own pair list. A little sloppier today, just because of the learning this new AIRO version. See if all the charts load up. Gold. 1 hour. Oh yeah, I forgot to load it. Apologize once again, guys. You're so funny. There we go. Looking a little bit better now out of some of that GCAD heat. Oh yeah, but we don't have the alert yet, so we can't really touch it. I like to stick to the idea that we trade what we see. But yeah, you could definitely look for something like if the alert does come, this looks like it could be a really nice trade potentially. Nothing to trade here though, not yet. Let's see here. Look for another setup. So just for a teaching aspect of this, so here's your bounce. This is your first arrow. That's your second arrow. So it's actually good. But let's go see the trend on Swiss yen. We're going 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So we're going down. It's not too bad. It's a second arrow though. And you got higher lows and you got higher highs. So interesting. Oh yeah, no, I'm not sharing my screen. Sorry. I clicked it off just real quick. I wanted to make sure that my camera was still working properly. Oh yeah. Here we go. Not sharing your screen. Strategy 1. Josh, the news about the U.S. Treasury. So my whole opinion on news is I really don't. I don't trade news. I try to stay away from it like the plague because I don't have the energy or the resources to follow all of the news. Basically, I try to avoid the red folder news as much as I can and trade whatever I see. So here's what I like, guys. You have BTC USD. You got a strong uptrend. It breaks the trend line, comes back down and tags it. And now it could potentially keep on going up to about here. So 5,700 before it gets another retracement. But yeah, it's looking good. It's looking good. That's kind of how I use wedges to add other things. I am not a fundamental list or a fundamental trader whatsoever. I don't. There's people that make an entire career off of trading non-farm payroll. I just avoid it like the plague. The best place to contact if you have issues is to put it in a ticket and send it to the tech support team. Now I'm sending one for Albert and Shan. I'm gonna go talk to the people, but they are tracking all this stuff, and it's been working better than it has in the past. Let's put it that way. It's growing pains and it's painful. But I never only keep one MetaTrader 4 open. I keep multiple. Because if something falls apart, if something doesn't work, then I don't want to be sitting there blaming. You got a daily one on Aussie US. That's interesting. Let's go see here. This is really tight. This is hard consolidation on this currency pair of Aussie NZD. And you don't want to be trading this currency pair unless you're trading the Asian session. Just because it's flat. Here you're good, right? But here you're fine. Now you're flat. You're in hard consolidation. You got a really big wedge. There's no trade here. I don't even need to know where it's going because I'm not even interested in taking that whatsoever. I want to see what the daily looks like, just because it's such an insane move. Huh. Now that's interesting. I don't generally take daily trades because it can take an eternity, and your stop loss has to be pretty stinking big to take a daily trade. So it doesn't really fit. Doesn't really fit my mode of operation. But good to see that it's generating daily alerts. Here's that US CAD on the hourly. It's still there. Pound yen on the one though. I don't scalp. I don't use these 1 minute alerts, but if you do look, there's no bounce here, but I just wanted to see if there was a potential way to take these. You see, here's your wedge formation, boom and boom. If you get a break here, could come down from an overall price perspective. So we've got 11 minutes left. 87 people have remained on the call. So I really appreciate you guys staying here and listening and exploring and asking questions and being engaged. I'm still holding on to that trade there, to GCAD and the CAD Swiss. This is on my demo account, but I do have it on my live account. And do you guys have any other questions? Is there anything that we missed during the call? Anything that you wanted to ask that didn't get answered, or any guidance that anyone needs? Just want to make sure we cross everything off. Leave no stone unturned. Check the QA one more time. Oh yeah, there will be an announcement, Don, about when the new AIRO version is going to be released. So let's go from there. Yeah, so Nate said there's going to be an announcement, Don. I don't know when the announcement is, and timelines are, well, timelines are hard. Levi, yeah, you're pretty much a good time to get some rest, because right now, guys, 11:30. I don't generally take trades after 11:30 because market likes to consolidate really good from 11:30 till about until before the Asian session. So I generally don't trade outside of the 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. time frame, just because it consolidates too much and there's not enough breakout moves. Oh, sorry. And Levi, yeah, just send that to Auvoria Prime support with the details. All right. Anyway, I'm going to end it here. These two trades are running. We are in profit on CAD Swiss. We're a little bit of red, not much on GCAD. Came back hard a little bit, but really appreciate you all and hope to see you tomorrow and got some more trades. But thank you for taking time out of your day. Really appreciate you all for being here. And I hope you got some value out of today. If you did, great. If you don't, come back tomorrow. Have yourself a great weekend. And as my trading partner would say, stay green, keep your powder dry, and God bless you all.